Hey everyone, today's video is all about creating level solids in Surpac. So I've got a few examples here. This one here, if I plot out the string numbers, has a floor string of 1, a back string of 3, and a spot height back string of 2. So I just run my macro. You can see we've got 1, 3, and 2 already set up, ready to go. It'll get created as a solid, so I might separate these out into the different levels. So this is the 1310. And I've got two methods here to construct the actual drive solid. If it fails on one, worthwhile trying the other. If it fails on both, it's usually to do with either having points 50 mil, closer than 50 mil together on some of the strings, or maybe you've got a mixture of clockwise and anti-clockwise strings for some of your pillars. So that's usually where it'll fail. All right, so let's press apply. It works on the active layer. And there we have it, created solid and valid as well. So that was a simple sort of case. Let's drag in another one. Okay, so we've got a few other things going on here. So let's plot out our numbers again and have a look. So looks like we've got 1 for the floor, 5 for the backs, 6 is a back spot height string, 7 is a floor spot height string, and I think we've got 2, 3, and 4 as rib strings and shoulder strings. So 2, 3, and 4. Now, the way you want to nominate these rib strings here, these are all optional. That's why they're under the optional heading here. Only these two are required. So if you wanted to create a very boxy rectangular drive, you could do it just with this. For more complex ones, you can add these in. But the way that they need to be nominated is essentially floor string, then rib string 1 is the next one up, rib string 2, next one up again, shoulder string there, and then we've got our back string there. So they need to be in this order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So essentially floor, rib 1, rib 2, shoulder, and then backs. Okay, once we've got all that set up, I'll call this the 460. And there we are. So you can see it's treated the spot heights as spot heights. Ribs and shoulders are all in there as well, all created correctly. Okay, let's do one more. And I will drag in, let's try the 580. Okay, so this is a longer level. We do have some pillars in here. And I think if I do my plot strings, this is operating off the same string numbering system. So the macro has a hook into the default system in Surpac. So if I go last value for all fields, right click and last value for all fields, I'll do that again. Right click in the active field, last value for all fields. It'll come up with whatever you've entered in there last. So given that this is the 580, let me just change that to 580. Give it a run. Bit more going on with this one, so it took a little bit longer, but it is closed and successfully validated. Plot out the lines, and there we go. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you'd like to get hold of this macro, it's free. Just see the description for details. All right, thanks everyone. See ya.